Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Blue Jacket Park here on HorvathProductions.com/live. Bellefontaine Chieftains will be taking on the Bethel Beast tonight. I'm here, per usual, with Austin Hammond. How's it going tonight, man?
It's good to be back. It's a great night for baseball here at Blue Jacket Park. Excited for a good matchup here. Believe Bethel is 12-7 on the year, so it should be a great matchup.
Yeah, we got two nice nights of baseball in a row for live streaming after the amazing Indian Lake game that you had to experience. So
yeah, love that.
Little windy up there, eh?
Oh, yeah. A little windy, a little cold, a little bit of everything.
Caden Reams getting a good amount of coverage here on Horvath Productions. He's actually pitching again tonight for the Chieftains, which he pitched an amazing game against Graham a few days ago.
Yeah, he was really solid against Graham. Look for another good outing tonight. His fastball was on, his off-speed was on. So, yeah, really good things out of Caden Reams.
Don't know a lot about Bethel. I do know that they did win the Three Rivers Conference this year as they drive one into left field. That should be a routine single. That is number 5. Noah McCann Jr. for the Bees as he drives one into left field. Runner on here for the Bees. Yeah, so Bethel has played Olentangy Berlin, who the Chiefs will be taking on next week. Very good ball club in Columbus, who I believe they lost 14-0.
A couple of tough games for the Chiefs remaining. They have Berlin, they have Springfield High School, so not the easiest way for the Chiefs to round out the year, but we'll see how they can do.
Nice grab there from Caden Reams. Will the Chiefs be able to pull 2? Yes, they will. Liam Yoder able to make the nice snag there from the throw from Reeves as they put 2 away.
You got to love the good defense right off the bat. That was hit right to Reams, and you saw Reeves kind of wind up there and make sure he got a good, strong throw over to Yoder. But nonetheless, a great play.
Yeah, very stress-free double play there for the Chieftains. Good snag from Reams. Good snag from Yoder over at first base. Sophomore for the Chieftains. Reams begins to count with a strike. I believe that is number 1 in for the Bees. Braylon Schroeder, Jr., shortstop. Yeah, the Chiefs have actually won 6 of their last 7, I believe. So the Chiefs are hot right now.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they did lose 1-0 yesterday to Miami East, who's also, I believe, in the Three Rivers Conference.
Yeah, that was a pitching duel last night. I believe Miami East knocked 10 hits off of the Chiefs pitching, and I believe the Chieftains only had 2 hits on the night.
Well, what's even crazier is that I was talking to Coach Oak before the match tonight, and apparently the Chieftains had bases loaded in the top of the 7th.
I did hear that.
They were not able to convert. So a little bit of a heartbreaker, but I always like to say it's fun to get the losing out right before the tournament.
Definitely.
2-2 count. That's going to be grounded to Collier at third. Should be able to make the put out. Yes, it is. That will end our top of the first inning here at AccuSports Stadium. It's not football season yet here at Blue Jacket Park, and we will be right back with you here on HorvathProductions.com. Welcome back to Blue Jacket Park. Relatively stress-free first inning there for the Chieftains. Nice little double play to knock both Bs off the bases. Hammond, what'd you like there from Reams?
Yeah, another quick start from Caden Reams on the mound. He started off well against Graham, and another good start tonight. So look for that to continue for the rest of the game.
Absolutely. Chiefs sticking with their usual lineup near first. Reams 2, and then Reeves in the 3-hole. He's currently batting .350 for the Chiefs. The only Bellefontaine player over 300. Kid's kind of hot right now, that's for sure.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, Chiefs not really relatively known for putting a lot of points on the board, runs on the board, excuse me. So definitely something that they're going to need to start capitalizing on going to the tournament if they want to compete against some of these big dogs.
For sure, for sure.
Nice pitch there, but a ball. On the mound for the Bees tonight is Bryce Ballard, another junior. A lot of juniors on this roster, a lot of sophomores on this roster. Definitely a young ball club who just won their conference, so expect a lot from them here in the future. That's going to be a hard play to make at shortstop, and he will get beat out by Neer. That is exactly why you put him in the 1-hole, folks.
It was good speed down the bases for Riley Neer, and it looked like it was a couple hops there to the shortstop, and you just could not get it over quick enough.
Ho going to go make his call on the play. Let's see what the Chiefs choose to do here with one of the quickest players in the CBC on first base. Riley's got a relatively big lead over there at first.
I would not be surprised if he went for a stolen base here relatively quickly.
And yes, there he goes. Pass ball. He will walk in standing up. Really surprised there that the pitcher did not choose to throw a pickoff mood, especially being a lefty. Neer had a very big lead over there at first.
Yeah, I was surprised the kind of lead that he was having, but it looked like he had his mind made up that he was going no matter what.
Excuse me, he's not a lefty for some reason. I thought he was. That's my fault.
You don't often see a arm sleeve on the
no, right? That's what I was
on a pitcher, yeah.
I thought maybe it was a glove hand, but good strike there from Ballard. Theoretically speaking here, all Caden Reams needs to do is put the ball in the outfield and Neer will score. Still showing bunt. Neer's going to walk in standing up to third now. That's 2 wild pitches and the same at bat for the Bees.
Yeah, number 15's really got to settle down here. That's the second pass ball of the at bat. So if he wants to avoid a quick run here, he just needs to take a breath and pick his pitch.
So Caden Reams was showing bunt. Will he show it again? And is a suicide squeeze in order for the Chieftains? We'll see what he does here. No, Reams has the green light to swing away as the count goes 3-1.
Yeah, I don't think bunt is really needed here. I mean,
No.
First inning, 0-0 score. I don't think Hogue wants to take the bat out of one of the better hitters on the team.
Especially in this advantage of a count.
Definitely.
See what happens
Hitters
here.
count.
Nice pitch there, though, to battle back into it. Count does go full.
Looks like it caught the outside edge of the strike zone there.
So a couple of things here. If the ball is on the ground, I believe Neer scores. And if the ball is in the air to the outfield, I believe Neer scores. So this is a very hard situation for Bethel to handle as Reams gets a hold of that one. Count remains full. Ballard delivers. And that will be a walk. Chiefs put runners at the corners.
Now the question is,
Does put the double play ball in order.
will they send Reams here? Try to do a little double steal. I doubt they would throw down.
Yeah, I especially with Neer on third, the steal was probably in order.
It's going to be hard to turn two here, though. Lane Reed's another fast player in these top 4 for the Chiefs.
Here comes the big hitter for the Chiefs as he's going to swing on that ball. And Reams steals, and that is going to be over the first baseman's head as Lane Reeves will reach on the RBI single, possibly single. We'll see how that goes in on the scorecard. Yeah, and that really, it took the double play ball right out of hand with Ream stealing there, and then perfect for what Near needed. Just a ball on the ground to get in.
Yeah,
and the Bees get out of it with no out. Really perfect scenario for the Chieftains.
Yeah, the pass I just mentioned, the pitcher really needs to settle down here, or this could get really ugly really fast.
Larison showing bunt. Won't lay it down. That's going to be for a ball. Coach Hogue is a big fan of the bunting in high school, and I don't disagree with it. This isn't really a professional environment, and bunting and advancing the runners in high school baseball is a very big deal, and I think getting a runner in scoring position in high school baseball is a huge deal.
Definitely.
So I don't dislike the bunting idea here, especially with the Chiefs, only one player batting over 300 this year. They definitely had to adapt a little bit. So definitely a good call there from Hogue to show bunt a lot. Count goes 2-0.
Big cut there from Larison. He was looking to put one over the left field wall.
And yeah, really, if I was a betting man, the Chiefs really only need 3 runs to win this game, especially with how good Caden Reams has been pitching recently. I mean, me and you covered the game on Friday, and that was just a textbook performance from him. Probably the best performance of his high school career.
For sure.
When on the mound, and that's really what the Chiefs, all they need. As Larison pops one up in the air, Bethel's going to be able to put that away over at first, and that's honestly what you want there as the pitcher, and I bet the pitcher would have taken that last at-bat, that's for sure.
Definitely.
1 down, Brody Boy in. Definitely a hitter that's been progressing throughout the season. If you can get him to jump on a fastball, he'll get all over it. Sophomore for the Chieftains.
He did pick up a base hit in the game we covered on Friday against Graham. That was what added the second run onto the scoreboard. A big insurance run there last Friday, but he's looking to do the same thing here.
Bullard having a little bit of command issues here. Definitely not able to pound the strike zone as much as Sells was.
For sure.
For Graham on it. I mean, it's definitely 2 different types of pitchers, clearly. 2 different level caliber of pitches.
Yes.
Good call there from the catcher from the Bees to kind of go out there and settle him down. Bethel is a big fan of the long hair for the boys. I think I count like 7 out of the 9 players out there with longer hair.
It's flow season.
Yeah, it is flow season. You think they're hockey guys out there. 2-0 count, 1 down with 2 runners on here in the bottom of the first. Big hack there from Brody Boy. Two-one delivers. It's going to be high again. High and away. Baller once again in a very disadvantaged count.
It's been a lot of hitters counts for the Chiefs tonight. They've definitely been able to take advantage, but we'll see how they do progressing on through the game.
That'll be another walk for the Chieftains as they juice the bases with JT Mundy coming in. Now, here's the thing here. If you have a ground ball, do you go home or do you pull 2? JT isn't necessarily the quickest player on the field, but still can get after it. He does play outfield for the Chieftains. Yeah. So I guess what do you do here? Brody Boy, relatively fast player, too, for Bellefontaine. If you're Bethel, what do you do?
Depends on how hard the ball is hit. I think if it's to one of the middle infielders, you obviously try to turn 2. But, yeah, it's going to be hard to get reams unless it's hit really hard towards one of these infielders.
I think at the corners you go home. That's my rule of thumb here, I think.
Yeah.
Corners are definitely in a little bit. If you're able to field it cleanly at the corner, I think you definitely do go home here.
You potentially go home, then to first, maybe for a potential double play. You mentioned Mundy. It's not the fastest, but
Now, of course, in a perfect world, you just put him out here either with a ball in the air or striking him out. And that'll put out anywhere for Bethel. And they only get out of this with 1 run, and I'd be fairly impressed, honestly. That'll still keep him in the game massively.
Definitely. The Chiefs had runners first and third with nobody out. We're able to get Riley Neer across, but no one since.
Off-speed pitch just outside there.
That was a good pitch there.
That was a really good pitch. I'm surprised Mundy held on that. Pretty impressive pitch there. 2-2 count. Comes back with a nice fastball inside. Mundy able to get a hold of it, though. That will be strike 3. Mundy caught looking. Big pitch there from Ballard. Put 2 out in the inning.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why Mundy didn't take the bat off the shoulders. That looked like a really good pitch to hit, but maybe indecisive on what was coming.
Yeah, definitely something that he should have stepped out and drove to left field there. But just got cold feet. Collier going to Defiance College, steps in for the Chiefs. Looks to swing, but that's going to be in. Once again, Ballard is not able to produce a first pitch strike in his counts, and that's really putting him behind.
He's been pitching from behind this entire game. I'm not sure if he's thrown a first pitch strike in any count yet.
So he goes inside again, 2-0.
There is nowhere to put Collier here, so Ballard has got to avoid walking in a run here.
Yeah, that would be the worst case scenario, is to not even give his defense a chance to even make the out. As he will have a grounder hit to the shortstop, and he's going to go 2, and the Bethel Bees get out of the inning with only 1 run. That's pretty impressive there, don't you think, Hammond?
Don't ask me how. Yeah, I'm not really sure how the Chiefs did not get more runs across there. You never like to see leaving the bases loaded. You mentioned they did it against Miami East, so it's not a good sign there from the Chiefs early. But, hey, with Reams on the mound, I'm not sure that they're going to have problems. So we'll see.
We will see what happens here on HorvathProductions.com. We'll be coming right back here for the top of the second. Welcome back to Blue Jacket Park here on HorvathProductions.com. Chiefs able to get away with 1 in the first inning there against Bethel. But honestly, a little bit of a win for Bethel, too, that'd be able to get out of that with only giving up 1 run.
A little disappointing there for the Chiefs to only tack on 1. As I mentioned, first and third, nobody out. And they only got the runner at third over. So we'll see how many runners in scoring position they have the rest of the night.
Elijah Schroeder, another junior in for Bethel. Just behind that ball. Reams got a lot of options here with the 0-2 count. Definitely look to maybe run him up and in, or maybe outside here. Yep. See where Larison sits up at, and that is outside.
No reason to throw him a pitch to hit.
Tries to blow the fastball right by him. Missed the spot a little bit. I tell you what, though, here, Schroeder is very, very wide stance. Definitely long legs on this guy. I feel like if he can get a hold of one, it will go.
Oh, yeah. Just based on that foul ball, it looks like
Yeah.
he's got a lot of power.
Big leg kick, too, as that's drive down the right field line. Foul. Good hack there to stay alive for Schroeder. Schroeder, I believe, has a brother on this team. Maybe a twin, number 1, Braylon. Possibly. Both juniors for the Bees.
A timeout there. It looked like Reams was about to start his wind-up motion. Don't see that very often.
2-2, Reams kicks and deals. That's going to be outside. Schroeder has battled right back into this thing. Count goes full.
A good eye here from Schroeder. Swung at the first 2, but really able to settle into this count.
Now, I believe this is their 5-man for the Bees, and I like what I'm seeing out of him, as that will be popped up for a routine pop fly to JT Mundy out in right field. Able to put him away. Good battle there from Schroeder.
Definitely.
For both players, honestly. I really enjoyed watching that one. We got Colby Kaiser stepping in for the Bethel.
I believe this is the first senior we've had at the plate tonight for the Bees.
Yeah, honestly, it feels like it. There may have been another one, but a lot of young guys here on this ball team. Huge hack.
Big swing. Felt the air on that one.
0-2 count. Reams once again way ahead. That's going to be popped to Chris Fogan over in left field. Should be able to put it out. Yes, he is. 2 up, 2 down for the Chieftains.
Seems like Caden Reams has really settled in here as he did his last outing. But it's really what you like to see out of a veteran pitcher in Reams.
Absolutely, and with postseason coming just this next week, we will be live streaming the Oakwood game here at Blue Jacket Park. That's who the Chiefs will be taking on in the first round of the OHSAA tournament. If you have purchased the Spring Sports Pass through us, as Collier not able to make the play on that.
Really weird hop. It looked like it hit the end of the grass there. Really unfortunate
And
there.
that's honestly why you got to get big and get your glove down and get your body in front of it. I would have knocked down in front of him. Now, if he's able to make the play, I don't know, but
really weird hop
yeah,
there.
absolutely, really weird. Most likely will go in as an error for the Chieftains, though. Anyway, as I was saying, if you had purchased the CBC, the Horvath Productions Spring Sports Baseball Pass, that will be free for you next Tuesday here on HorvathProductions.com. I believe it is on the schedule on our website, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Zach, but I'm really excited. I love postseason baseball. You love to see the best in all these teams. Look for the Chiefs to make a little bit of a run this year. I think it should be well matched versus Oakwood, but I'm really excited to see the Chiefs are able to win 1, maybe 2 or 3 games here in the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely, and we will talk a little bit about that more as the Chiefs put the Bethel Bees away again for the second inning in a row, and we will be back here on HorvathProductions.com for more baseball. Welcome back to HorvathProductions.com for the bottom of the second inning here at Blue Jacket Park. Chieftains taking on the Bees. But anyway, as I was stating, pretty good deal next Tuesday here on Horvath Productions. Due to the fact that you do have to pay to get into that game, will be free here if you purchase the CBC Sports Pass. Another ball to start the count again for Ballard. And he's going to have a long night if he doesn't get this ball under control.
For sure. I'd like to see his ball strike ratio here because I think he's throwing a lot more balls than he has strikes.
Absolutely. That's going to be another one as the count goes 3-0.
Look for Yoder to keep the bat on his shoulder here. No reason to swing here on 3-0.
Relatively fights back there with the easy strike. 3-1 count. He delivers.
Ooh, way out in front of that one. It looked like Yoder was looking for the fastball there and got either a changeup or a slider there.
Ballard back in business with the full count. Unfortunately, does lose out though with the walk to Yoder.
These Chieftain hitters really are not having to swing.
No, not at all.
Has not hit the zone very much tonight, and yeah, no reason for these Chieftains to swing at pitches that aren't even relatively close.
Yeah, and Bethel has relatively stacked their schedule. They have gone 12-2 in their conference this year with 13 losses still on their schedule. So they pretty much all of their losses have come off of outer conference games.
You see another bunt attempt there for Chris Fogan.
Ballard with a 3.6 ERA on the year, so definitely not the ace here for the Bees tonight. Mundy will lay the bunt down. Will he be able to beat it out to first? He will not. Nice hard throw there from the pitcher. Going back to the Coach Hogue special, big bunter.
Yeah,
but it does work there for the Chieftains with the top of the lineup coming in with a runner in scoring position. Good call there from Coach.
It might just be me here, but I just don't understand their bunting when the bottom of the second inning. I just don't think. I mean, Chris Hogan's a great hitter. I just don't feel like there's a reason to take the bat out of his hand.
Now, I'm a challenge your thinking there a little bit. Chris Fogan is batting relatively poorly right now with a 188 batting average on the year, and especially with how quick he is. I do like the idea of the bunt because if he does lay that one down as another wild pitch there for Bethel, third in a row, not third in a row, but third in the last 2 innings. I actually do like the call there to lay the bunt down. I don't know, that could just be me, but Fogan is definitely a hitter that can make that run to first base and beat it out.
Just going off how Ballard's pitched tonight, though, I don't think there's any reason to try a bunt in the first or second pitch there in the at-bat. But nonetheless, advances the runner, and now Yoder was able to advance at third on another pass ball.
1-1 count. Near looking to cause some issues here from Ballard. And this is definitely not a runner that you want to put on base with a walk. So
definitely not.
Ended up picking up 2 stolen bases there in the first inning when Near did get on. That's going to be driven to right field. Caught, though. Yoder does go. Does not. Wallace will hold him up.
Yeah, I think that was a good job from Wallace holding him there. It looked like the throw was going to beat him by a lot. That was not too deep of a fly ball.
Yoder definitely not the quickest player for the Chieftains either.
I'm not sure. Even if it was, say, Near on third base, I don't think he could have got there. I mean, that was short right field.
Right, yeah. Honestly, and that's what Ballard was. That's best case scenario is a ball in the air and shallow. Reams will drive that to center field, but that should be a routine put out also. Bethel continues to put runners on and the pressure on themselves, but able to get out of the inning once again with no harm, no foul. They are definitely starting to settle in here at Blue Jacket Park, as we will be right back with you here on HorvathProductions.com. Welcome back to HorvathProductions.com. Thank you for joining us tonight for this honestly beautiful weather. It's my perfect version of weather. Not too hot, not too cold. I love Ohio. Jack Heisman will be stepping in for Bethel.
I'm going to have to challenge you there on loving Ohio. Just a couple short weeks ago, we were covering a game, and it was about 45 degrees.
I will stand by this. April, May, and early June for Ohio is the perfect weather in the whole world, in the Midwest in general. I think not too hot, not too cold. It's beautiful out. It's green. Golf is great.
Great golf weather.
Great golf. Great baseball weather. And then you just get to the fall and high school football starts again, and you experience all 90 seasons in about 10 weeks.
Ugh, yeah.
So rainy season, dry season, winter, fall, spring. We got to cover the Urbana-Clinton-Massey game. Second round of state football playoffs this year. And I literally remembered it was like 65 degrees. And that is unheard of. And then the next week we covered Allen East and it was snowing.
Yeah.
I mean, that is Ohio in
Never
a
know
textbook.
with Ohio.
Yeah, no, like I had a T-shirt on the Friday, that Friday where I covered the Urbana game, and then literally 7 days later I had a windbreaker on and 3 hoodies and 2 pants.
Reams
underneath.
picks up a strikeout there, strikeout looking. But yeah, Bethel has not been able to get up to speed with the fastball, and it looks like Reams is just got to stay with the fastball
No,
here.
yeah, and he's going to continue to keep doing what he's doing.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, absolutely. Number 23. Don't actually see a number 23 on my roster for Bethel, unless I'm blind. That's a number 23, right, Hammond?
It is number 23.
Definitely looks like a younger guy, so maybe someone that's been called up from JV. And I believe this is their 9-hole, so. It is number 23?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is their 9-hole.
So, yeah, definitely probably a JV player.
Always got to love getting opportunities, though.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Opportunity to play on a great night like tonight at beautiful Blue Jacket Park.
Reams kicks and fires, 1-2 count. That'll put him right away. Wow, great pitch there. Reams thought there were 2 outs, though. Unfortunately, not yet.
Hey, with how fast he's retiring these hitters, it probably appears that there is 3 outs.
No, he's mowing these kids down right now. He feels like the inning's already over. Good pitch there from Reams.
Making really quick work of these Bethel hitters. If it stays like this tonight, Chiefs may only need 1 or 2 runs to take a victory.
Yeah, it is only 6:15 right now, and it'll be a quick game possibly with the way things are going right now. But we did have a delayed start, unfortunately, due to Bethel having a transportation problem. I was going to start mentioning the possibility of maybe ending under the lights tonight, but if it keeps going this quickly, most likely not. And that's something that me and my brother have talked about actually quite a bit, about how there's no games here at Blue Jacket Park that are actually under the lights ever planned to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Typically, 95% of the games, I think there was one game last year that I recorded that had the lights being used, and that's just because the game lasted so long, and I was recording it for a highlight video, and my back, I felt it by the end of that night.
I believe there was one JV game that I showed up to last year. Support my junior friend, and I believe the lights were on. I might have been a later start.
No, I think the lights are utilized more during Acme.
For sure.
Later starts possibly, and I think they do have a tournament here every year. So that's definitely probably when that is utilized more, because it's cold here in the spring in Ohio. But like right now, I would not mind a game under the lights tonight.
For sure. And Reams has fallen behind 3-0 here to the leadoff hitter for Bethel. He's got to settle down a little bit.
But a game would have to last, seriously, a very long time with a 5:15 start for the lights to even be a question here.
Sun's been going down around 8:15,
yeah.
8:30. So
now they'd probably fire him up at like 7:45.
Yes.
Reams is going to walk his first batter of the night. Maybe something Bethel needs here to get a guy running here. And that is their lead-off hitter.
That is their leadoff, yes.
So definitely a speedy man. if we go by the rules of baseball.
Very common to have a speedy player as a leadoff. You see that with the Chiefs with Neer.
Unless you're the Yankees. And yes, he does steal. Larison throws. Great throw. Just late, though.
I don't like that comment about my Yankees there because Anthony Volpe is 12 of 12 on stolen bases for the year.
Hey, and that's just because they made the bases bigger.
Okay.
Let's not sit here and act
Keep
like
making excuses here.
An extra half a pitch.
Yankees did just pick up a sweep against the A's. A's are basically a double-A team this year. I believe they're
Yeah, they might as well just move to Vegas at this point. Their stadium, the Blue Jacket Park's nicer than their stadium.
I would have to second that. I believe the A's are 8-29 on the year, which is abysmal.
Yeah, that's sad. Best thing that's happened to that franchise in the last 20 years is the movie Moneyball.
Sell the team.
No, honest.
Moneyball is a great movie.
It is.
Great movie. Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill in a serious role. You don't see that often. Nice pitch there from Rams. Beautiful pitch there from Rams. Surprise. Number 8, Kyle Brookman, doesn't get that one. Extended out and driven to left field.
It's that one over there to the softball field.
Big opportunity here for the Bees. This kid on second base, Noah McCann, very quick. So I think, like I said, a base hit will get him in. Outfield playing in. That is exactly what I just said. Drove to center field. McCann is going, and it will not be able to be converted to an out for the Chieftains as they walk in. We have a tied ball game, Hammond.
That kid is fast.
Yeah,
Lord
absolutely.
have mercy. I'd like to see him run a 40-yard dash. It's a blink of an eye. He was home. But great piece of hitting there. Got ahead in the count. And, yeah, that's really what you like to see.
Great,
if you're the Bethel Bees.
Great RBI there for, I kind of forget who it was. Number 5, McCann. McCann was batted in. Who got the hit? Is that number? Kyle Brookman. Brookman picks up the hit for the Bees. Don't know a lot about these Dayton players, so I got to keep referring to my roster here.
Believe that is the first run given up by Caden Reams in his last 2 starts.
It is, yeah, indeed.
Did not give up a run against the Falcons of Graham. But I don't think any harm here to Caden Reams. He's still pitching very well. They just hopped on. Oh, wow.
Great pitch there from Reams.
Wow. Not necessarily sure where that one was.
So very surprised. This is the second time that a Bee has held on that pitch. Very, very ballsy to hold it on that. See,
way out in front of there.
Reams battles back with a strikeout here at Blue Jacket Park as the Chiefs look to get the bats rolling as they are tied now against the Bethel Bees here on HorvathProductions.com. Welcome back to Horvath Productions. Streaming some varsity baseball here tonight. I also would like to make another announcement. We will be live streaming the CBC Track Championships tonight. Not tonight. This Friday. Excited about that one. Just got the word about an hour and a half ago. So That will also be free to watch on YouTube. We have some advertisers that have stepped up and decided to fund that. So we are going to be excited for that one this Friday night, about 4:30 p.m. at AccuSports Stadium. Lane Reeves, best hitter for the Chieftains, in. Let's see if he can get his boys going. Right out in front of that fastball. Now that is I mean, it was made contact. That is a first pitch strike though for Ballard.
Yes, indeed.
So he'll take that any day of the week. And I believe that's probably one of very little for him.
Yes.
First pitch strikes.
Yes.
Reeves just got a piece of it once again.
A little underneath that one. Hit it right over top of us.
Yeah, he looks pretty disappointed. Wish he got that one back.
Yes. Never like when you're up there and you get a great pitch to hit. You just can't do anything with it.
Great off-speed pitch there from Ballard, and he does not like the call from the home plate umpire. Count goes 2-2.
Multiple pitches like that.
Yeah, that was a great pitch.
A little questionable. No, that's a great pitch from Ballard.
Another off-speed again, and the Blues going to give him that one. Great strikeout there from Ballard. That's probably his second strikeout of the night.
I'm not
believe it is.
sure why the bat did knock him off the shoulder there. The second time tonight, strikeout looking. On that curveball.
Yeah, Ballard does have a little curveball on him, and like I said, he's going to be able to start using that more if he gets those first pitch strikes and they count.
Yes, good point. Stepping in is Owen Larison, a transfer from Jonathan Alder.
Larison got the go-ahead run for the Chieftains on Friday.
Yes,
He goes off-speed again to just start the count. I guess might as well if you're hitting that, throw it.
First pitch curveball. Do not see that often at all.
Yeah, and honestly, it looks like Ballard's got more control over the curveball right now than the fastball.
Definitely.
Ballard, once again, too low on the fastball. The Fountain's dugout getting as Larison will hit that to the shortstop and will be a relatively easy put out for Bethel. Good contact on the ball, but right to where he did not want a defender to be. Much better inning from the Bethel Bees overall, and especially a much better inning from Bryce Ballard.
The Chiefs just have not been able to get the bats going, and I might have to rescind my statement about the bunt. Which pains me
So
to
Coach
do.
Hogue is right. Is that what you're saying?
Pains me to do. I mean, on a situation like tonight where the bats are not on, I think the bunt, it does advance runners, but it's got to be executed correctly for sure.
Bottom of the third, relatively at the halfway point here in this ball game. It's gone pretty fast, actually, tonight.
Definitely, for being a late start.
Yeah, I believe we started at like 5:45 first pitch, so game's definitely slowed down here as the pitchers have kind of stopped mowing down each team.
For sure.
.3-0 count for Brody Boy, and he's definitely not going to swing at that one. Another strike again, and that's a nice pitch to hit for Brody Boy. He's really looking for the walk here, but Ballard is not going to give it to him.
No, he is not.
And honestly, I think you could see another Chieftain go down looking here if Boy isn't ready. And he was ready. Okay,
wow.
I won't say anything next time.
Take that back.
I will say something next time, depending on who you're a fan of. Honestly, that is a textbook. Every hitting coach would look at that and say, that's exactly what I want out of you.
It's a great piece of hitting out of Brody Boy, and he's really stepped up.
Yeah, perfect timing there. Just goes and gets that fastball and drives that thing right into center field. Great hit there from Brody Boy.
Brings senior JT Mundy to the plate. veteran here, senior.
2 outs down.
Looks to maybe tack on a run here. It'd be tough, but looking to just advance the runner to start.
Brody Boyd, don't necessarily know how quick he is, so we will see.
I think he's a relatively fast player.
Now, does Boyd play football?
Boyd does play football. I think he is on the offensive line. I think he's moving to center this year. That's what I've heard from some of the other offensive linemen. But
I know it's baseball season right now, but the Chiefs are going to have to find something to do with that offensive line, definitely, for this fall.
for sure.
0-2.
Looked like almost an Ephus pitch there.
Yeah.
Came in very, very slow.
Now, this is what Ballard wants here. He's got an 0-2 count, just a runner on first with 2 outs. He can do whatever he wants here, as Boyd will go. Honestly, that's very impressive that Mundy was able to get a hold of that curveball. That thing was moving, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Hogue calling blue 55, whatever that means, to his Chieftain runner on first.
Wish we had a playbook up here.
Yeah.
Just to be able to see what's coming.
Yeah, just
Maybe improve our commentating a little
yeah,
bit.
right. Oh no, Boyd caught out,
wow.
but that's gonna be an overthrow by
Lucky.
Ballard. Boyd's gonna walk to second. He's running third now.
Got to get down. He's got to get down.
And
he's
not
in there.
able. Oh my God.
Wow. Oh my goodness. That
Okay,
is not
I mean,
how you
it kind of
draw it
looked
up.
like he was pulling a parachute there. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if he's only the quickest player from the Bellefontaine, but now did Wallace call for the run to third there? I don't know.
The weight reaction from Wallace there did not appear as if he wanted Boyd to advance all the way to third. But
Okay.
that's right on call there.
0-2 count, and Mundy puts a ball in play and gets on base. It is going to be a score, but it's going to get blown right past him. Ballard able to get out of the inning with a strikeout. That was crazy. But
Wow. They definitely had Boyd there if they were able to make
absolutely.
a somewhat good throw over the first
So
base.
we're going to take a second to catch our breath here on HorvathProductions.com, and we'll be back here for the top of the fourth in this tied ball game here at Blue Jacket Park. Welcome back to Horvath Productions. Elijah Schroeder stepping in for the Bethel Bees. Pretty crazy inning last time out.
Very eventful.
Yeah, very eventful. Yeah, we got a ball game, that's for sure. I mean, definitely not as fundamental, a little bit more crazy, more like a high school sporting game than Friday, but
I love me a tight little ball game here.
yeah.
I like a tight game more than a blowout.
Both
for
teams
sure.
definitely prepping for the tournament here tonight.
Yes, which you love to see here from both sides.
Good pitch there from Rames. Paints the corner.
Little off the plate there.
Yeah, Schroeder doesn't like the call, but overall good pitch there from Rames.
Looks like the curveball slipped out of his hand there. Just off the plate a little bit.
Tell you what, though, I'm sure you're seeing a lot of bees in front of the camera tonight. There's a little bit of an infestation
yeah.
up here in the Blue Jacket Park press box.
The bees have infested.
I don't know who I'd call. Maybe Chris Myers for that.
Yeah, Chris Myers, Mr. Comstock. Who knows there?
2-2 count. Reams kicks and deals. I tell you what, Schroeder definitely is someone that has the capability to go yard. Big leg kick on him. He does not actually have a home run on the year. His brother does, but not him.
It's very surprising to me.
Yeah. Good contact there. Will that be able to get past Keon Collier? No, it will not. Great play there from the third baseman senior for the Chiefs.
And that's why he's going to Defiance College to play collegiate baseball. That was a great fundamental play by the third baseman there.
Keon is definitely one of the better third basemen I've watched this year for the Chieftains. Great hot corner player, that's for sure.
For sure. Really fundamental. You love that as a coach.
Colby McCann stepping in for Bethel. First pitch fouled off. Will be strike number 1. Once again, Caden Reams continuing to get out in front of it.
Seems that the umpire was not able to locate that foul ball there.
McCann going to make good contact on it. Luis Casana's able to make the play. I feel like second base is kind of that project position for Hogue. I think I've covered like 4 games this weekend between Graham all the way leading up to the Dayton Dragons game on Sunday. And I feel like there's been a different guy playing second base for the Chieftains every single game. Coach Hogue definitely liking to rotate the players throughout.
Just comes down to who he likes most over there, who's the best choice for him. But you never have a problem with a project.
Now, someone who impressed me over there was Jackson Hoskins. Definitely needs to work on the arm. Definitely, I mean, at second base, you don't need a crazy arm, but a little bit of accuracy problems. But overall, good grabs over there against Graham on Friday.
Yes, he has had a fair share of defensive blunders this season. But, yeah, it was really positive there. It probably improved his self-confidence.
No,
there.
absolutely, yeah. 1-1 count. Good strike there from Reams. Bethel's really going to have to start jumping on these fastballs. We overheard them talking about how that's all he's really throwing right now. Well, you got to get out in front of it. He's got to continue to keep throwing it and hammering the strike zone if they're not going to jump in front of the ball. Chris Fogan, definitely a quicker player for the Chieftains in left field, but you can definitely beat it over his head if you get it over him.
For sure.
Near, a little bit of a better fielder, probably the best outfielder on the game right now. And that's going to be a fair ball to third base. Will Collier be able to make the play on it? He will not. Nice little base hit there for one of the quicker players for Bethel.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You would have thought that Collier might have let that go. Maybe ended up foul. I've seen that a couple times in the pros.
Get down and blow on it. blow it foul.
I'm not sure about the OHSAA regulations or whether or not that's legal.
I mean, it works in the MLB.
Yeah.
The blowing it foul. Evan Goodman stepping in, another sophomore for Bethel.
I know you've mentioned it a couple times tonight, but they're a really young ball club.
They won their conference.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what these Bethel Bees do in the coming years.
I'm going to assume this school's at Division III, maybe a D4, probably Division III, though, would be my guess.
Yeah. Ooh, and that one comes towards us.
I mean, that's a little bit lower, and that's killing one of us. Whether it's the camera, the laptop, or me, you, or Michael.
Looks like Michael's protected here.
Yeah, Michael might be all right, but me and you we might be in trouble. Honestly, I'd rather take a ball to the face than the camera, though. So
yeah,
my parents have insurance. 1-1 count. Good pickoff move from Reams, but back nicely there. That was Grant Bean, that got the base hit, not Colin McCann. Grant Bean is on first base. He's a junior. Well-struck ball over Mundy's head in right field. Will they be able to send there? Definitely going to be an extra base hit. Bethel is sending him home. Bean is going to come in standing up, and that is going to be a triple for Bethel. And they are hyped up here under us here at Blue Jacket Park. Wow, that was driven beautifully right over Mundy's head in right field.
Yeah, I did not.
That's going to be a triple for Bethel.
I did not like what I saw there out of Mundy. It looks like he took a really weird route to the ball there. You'd think maybe if one of the other outfielders, Neer or Fogan, Obviously, a couple of faster guys.
Now, it did not look very close, though, so I believe
No.
that is probably going to be a scored run regardless.
Yes.
Jumped out in front of that fastball there. And the Chiefs go from opening up this game with a lead to a deficit in a matter of 2 innings. Reams most likely going to have to start reaching deeper into the arsenal here. And start mixing up pitch types because they have figured out the fastball.
Which I don't think he'll have a problem doing, to say the least.
No, no. Veteran pitcher here for the Chieftains. Runner on third. It'd be big for the Bellefontaine to get out of this with just 1-run deficit.
Definitely. On the edge of my seat here, just waiting to see if Reams is able to retire number 33.
I also don't have a 33 on my roster
I believe
either.
he's a pinch hitter. I saw Bethel coach.
That's going to be driven to Mundy in left field. Able to not make the play on it. Just misses it as Bethel will score another run. That's probably going to go in as an error on the Chieftains.
That is for sure going in as an error. And another misplayed ball there from the right fielder there. And that is not good, as the Chiefs have not been able to get the bats going at all tonight. So they are just digging themselves a deeper hole here.
Runner on first for Bethel.
Second. Runner on second.
Second, excuse me. Sorry, I got 2 out of that.
Was able to advance there on the air. Not the best defensive game from the Chiefs tonight, to say the least. Had an error from Collier over at third, and that's at least 1 error in right field.
Yeah, I don't know if the original run that the Bethel just drove in would go in as an error, but that second one definitely will.
Yep, it's just a matter of Reams settling down a little bit. Bethel has gotten onto his primary pitch being the fastball, so I don't think there's any reason for Reams to panic on the bump. But
hit to right field again. That's going to not drop. Good play there from Luis Quintanas, kind of going out there and getting it for Mundy, because I don't think Mundy was going to be able to make it there, and that may have been another run. So overall good grab there from the junior for the Chieftains as they escape with only 2 runs put on them.
I do got to say, though, it's very nice having Casanas over at second base, because I think he is the faster out of the 2, him and Jackson Hoskins. So I'm not sure if Hoskins would have made that play. Looks like Luis had to reach over his shoulder a bit there. But
yeah.
Chiefs look to warm up the bats here as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Absolutely. We will be right back here on HorvathProductions.com. Welcome back to Horvath Productions. Big power there for Bethel as they are able to tack on 2 more runs in the top of the 4th. And now the Chieftains are playing from behind.
Yes, not what you like to see, the Chiefs. Oh, and that hits Collier right there. Quick base runner there for the Chiefs. It looks like he ate that one pretty well. Not showing too many signs of pain. But that's good for the Chiefs to have the lead runner on here. Let Yoder maybe drive him in or advance him.
Yeah, this game has definitely twisted in Bethel's favor. Ballard has kind of settled down a little bit. Definitely not pitching his best game by any means, but he has settled down for sure. And the Chieftains have gone relatively quiet since the first inning on offense.
It seems that Reams has been a little out of sorts in the past couple innings, but
now if Bellefontaine wants to get some runs on the board, right now is a perfect time to do it. We got the 8-9 hitter coming up, Chris Fogan, who actually rallied in a triple on Friday, I believe.
yes.
And then top of the lineup for the Chiefs.
Oh,
That's
that's
gonna be just foul for Yoder. That would have been a big one there.
Yes, I probably would have been at least one base.
Honestly, yeah. And if I'm Coach Hogue right now, I think I'm hoping for one of these runners to get on the 8-9 hole, and then we're gonna be sitting very pretty for the top of the lineup for the Chieftains.
Yes, for sure.
Of course, you want all of them on, but if I'm thinking realistically here,
Definitely.
ball almost gets past the catcher there. Very big at bat here for Baller. He definitely needs this one. That's another one. Big groan there from the pitcher on the mound. He's really throwing everything he can behind that fastball. Three-one count. Yoder's got to love it.
Looks like Ballard steps off there, or Yoder called time. Either one of the two.
That will be ball 4 just outside. Good call there from Blue. I think that was just right off the plate. Overall, kind of a good pitch there from Baller, just not able to get it to convert. As the Chiefs put 2 on with no outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yes, and if you do remember, Zach, I don't think you were on the call for this game. It was me and Coach Art Caudill. Chris Fogan did hit a 3-run home run to build an advantage over the London Red Raiders.
I do remember watching that. I kind of forgot that he did that. So we'll see what happens here.
What a time that would be for it right here. Oh, he's going for the bunt. Oh, and
Coach Hogue's specialty.
First base is coming in.
Not the pull, though. The pull and the swing away.
Yeah, I did not like
First
the bunt
baseman
there.
had the threat
I think
of
he showed it a little too early because the first baseman was practically on home plate.
But it looks like what he wanted maybe, though, was the show the bunt and swing away.
Yes.
And hopefully not send someone to the hospital.
It's like third base is relatively out for showing bunt there.
Yeah.
First, it's inching in.
Oh, and if he was able to put that towards third base, that's so.
Yeah, I'm not sure why
it's a great bunt call there because third is way back. Chris Fogan's going to beat out that play 95% of the time with how quick he is.
Yes.
Very unfortunate that he's gone 0-2 here, and he's got to protect.
You gotta love Riley Neer in the at-bat circle coming up here with a chance to drive in a run for the Chiefs.
Baller will throw an outside ball.
Way to lay off there from Fogan. I know sometimes those curveballs can start on the plate and end up halfway on the other side. So it's good to hold up there. Try to build himself back into this count here.
One-two count. Baller delivers a very important at bat for him here. He does not want to go down without an out. As Chris Fogan gets caught swinging at that curveball. Great pitch there from Ballard. Gets him chasing.
Yeah, I think Fogan was looking for the fastball there and had already made his mind up that he was swinging because he was way out in front on that one.
Hey, yeah, Ballard threw the exact same pitch that he threw the pitch prior, and I don't think Chris had any idea that he was going to be doing that again. So,
yes.
Great pitch decision there from Bethel.
But you got to love who's at the plate now. One of the fastest players in the Central Buckeye Conference, Riley Neer, coming up. He's a great contact guy as well.
Will we see another bunt? No, we will not. Big swing away. Riley Neer takes a fat hack at that one. Not able to make good contact with it, though. Will foul it off behind him.
But it looks at that swing, if it was barreled up, it was going to go a long way. But Neer just looking to drive in at least one run here for the runner in scoring position. Does not want to go to the fifth with a 2-run deficit.
That's going to be hit to third base, but very shallow as he will go to third, not able to make the throw to first. Neer not happy with himself at that one. Bethel starting to crawl their way back into this inning with 2 down now. Chiefs need a base hit here. Definitely not the quickest runner on second. So maybe need a hit in the gap to score some runs here. Now, if there is a hit in the gap and this rolls to the fence, Near has the potential to get around and score. So Caden Reams can change this game with one swing. That's going to be drive to shortstop. Will Reams be able to beat it out? Shortstop kind of flutters a little bit, and he will be safe. Reams beats out the throw. Great hustle there from the senior.
I am not sure what the shortstop was doing there. He was indecisive.
There's two down. There's two down, and you got the quickest player on the ball field on running to second. I don't understand why. This might prove costly for Bethel as the best player for the Chieftains steps in, batting .350, Lane Reeves. Two down here with two runners in scoring position. Big opportunity for Bellefontaine.
And base hit scores 2 here.
Great pitch there from Ballard.
Wow.
Really paints that bottom right corner.
If you're asking for my opinion, that was off the plate, and it was not close. But I'm not the one making the call. There's a reason I'm up here, and he's down there.
0-1, kicks and delivers.
That's the same exact pitch.
Nah, I think the other one was a little bit more in.
Probably
definitely not what you want if you're Reeves, that first pitch, but it was borderline strike ball. But
yes,
nonetheless, we move on. 1-1. Not able to get a piece of that. Reeves was swinging for the fences there. 1-2 count. Ballard 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. And like I said, once Ballard gets ahead in the count, he's very, very good. So I
got a lot of pitches he can go to.
That curveball, definitely something I think he may resort to here.
That's a good call. I think an off speed is coming.
And yes, it is off speed. And Reeves will swing and a miss. Oh, did he make contact with that? Sorry.
He did. He did indeed.
That was such light contact that I didn't even hear it.
Yes.
But, okay, Reeves stays alive. Great pitch there from Ballard, though. That really caught him. Now, here's the thing. He resorted to a curveball again with Fogan. Does he do it again on Reeves?
He could try to blow it past him, but it's hard to blow a pitch past Lane Reeves, who's hitting around .350 on the year.
Yep, there it goes again. And Yoder's going to be stealing home. Will he
begin?
He's got to get down. He's safe. And that will be a run for the Chieftains. Just barely beats the throw there to the pitcher.
Aggressive base running.
Very aggressive base running from a first baseman who, when you think of a first baseman, does not typically run aggressively on the base path. But big there for the Chieftains.
That's a big run there. Deuces across the board here. But Reeves has even the count here at 2-2.
Very quick runner on third, so if that happens again, Near will score. Very high pressure situation here at Blue Jacket Park. You could hear a pin drop. This could make or break the ball game right here, folks. Ballard kicks, deals. And that's going to be hard contact to center field. And that'll drop in for the Chieftains. 2 runners come in. Reams, Near, in. And the Chieftains will take a lead at 4-3. Big hit there from Reeves. And that is what happens when you make those mistakes for Bethel. You have to get that put out. The best hitter for the Chieftains is stepping into the plate, and he will perform for you. The Chieftains gained 3 runs this inning.
Just giving them extra outs. I mean, there's only 21 outs in the game. But, I mean, it seems like Chiefs have had about 25 to deal with.
And I'll good on the Chiefs for capitalizing on the mistake that Bethel made there, because they should be in the inning and hitting right now.
Yes.
They should be out of it. I mean,
these are pitches that Ballard does not need to be throwing.
Yeah, it doesn't. And it honestly isn't really his fault. It should be 3-1 still. Reeves is going to steal. Larison's going to put one into the gap. Reeves is rounding second. Wallace is sending him at third. Oh, Larison going for 2, and that's going to be an easy run for the Chieftains as he's going to be in standing up. And once again, this is where baseball just begins to unfold onto you.
Wow. Great piece of hitting from Owen Larison. He's been hitting well the past couple games, and he gaps one there, goes all the way to the fence, and he is able to get a double out of that.
If I'm Bethel's coach here, I'd like to kind of have a mound visit, get out there and just calm the boys down, because 2 runs is definitely comebackable. It's not get this out of hand. I think we should do a little mound visit here, kind of get Ballard under control. I think Ballard's doing great, honestly. He's really settled in, but Brody Boy steps in with a runner in scoring position, and we do not see a mound visit.
That looks like another outfielder mishap. The Chiefs had a couple in this past inning, and it looked like he just did not make a good route to the ball. I think if he was able to cut that off a little bit, I do not think the run would have scored. Getting a pinch hitter by chance.
Yeah, Coach Hogue wants to keep piling the runs on here.
Alex
Crable stepping up.
Coming off the
Definitely
bench.
much quicker than the catcher, Larison.
Oh, yes. I don't think a base hit with Larison on second would get him in, but I do think Crable is fast enough to capitalize and get home. Brody Boy had a single right up the center.
And I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but it's literally a routine out that's short.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs don't score any of these runs.
Defense wins games.
Absolutely, especially in high school baseball. That is a first pitch strike for Ballard. Great off speed there.
Seen it in the majors recently too. A lot of teams, they've been good on every other aspect except for defense, and it's
I think this has been a whole thing with baseball where GMs in general and scouts have just completely disregarded defense in the MLB, and it showed. It really has showed.
That's a reason why the Tampa Bay Rays are the best team in baseball. They are outstanding defensively, outstanding at everything. But, yeah, I think defense is a part that gets overlooked a lot.
Yeah, I mean, all they think about is pitching output and hitting output, and I just feel like it's something that's been very disregarded recently.
Yes.
Ballard kicks and deals. Brody able to get out in front of it. Great play there from the second baseman as somebody steps up and makes a play for Bethel there. That is number 5. Noah McCann really stepping up to get his boys out of the inning there, and definitely needed that one. Chiefs put on 4 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. It's turned into a relatively high-scoring game. So here we go. Here on HorvathProductions.com, we will advance to the top of the 5th. Welcome back to HorvathProductions.com. Very eventful last inning. I hope you were here to watch it. Chiefs put 4 on the board to come back. Bethel get put 2 ahead, and then Chiefs said, all right, we'll just come right back, especially if you're going to make errors. So
yes,
here we are, Reams back to work with no runners on. Bethel playing from behind again.
In the heart of the Bees lineup here, number 5, the leadoff hitter.
Great snag there from number 5 last inning.
Yes.
And they needed that. That's
saved
for sure.
a run, I think. I think Crable
it
was going to score if that got to the outfield.
Big hit. Reeves gets beat on it. Great driving play.
Yeah, that's really good to knock that down. But that was going to be a tough play regardless.
Looked like Reeves was like literally mid-shift over to second base as soon as that ball was hit, so had to come back all the way for it.
Yes.
Way to knock it down, though. But that's what Bethel wants. You want your leadoff guy to produce a base hit. And
base hit or anything to get on base when you're a leadoff.
We're really going to have to see what Reams is made of here. I see he's got to go right through the heart of this conference championship team.
Look for the Chiefs to maybe get somebody going in the bullpen. I'm not sure. I know Reams pitched a complete game the other day, but I'm not sure if Bethel gets to him here, what Hogue will do.
Yeah, the pitch count's definitely up
Yes,
this
compared,
game.
compared to
a
Friday.
lot more offensive action tonight compared to Friday.
Definitely.
Reams definitely throwing a little bit softer tonight. I mean, that was probably the hardest I've ever seen him throw was last Friday. That was peak athletic performance that he could have presented on the baseball mound. Nonetheless, still good command tonight.
Yes, definitely.
But Bethel's definitely been a little bit more prepared for it than Graham.
Oh,
First place runner caught out, not able to make the tag, though.
I'm not sure. That was a great throw by Larison, but it looks like he just got around him there.
Larison able to get out and catch that one. McCann caught it. I mean, lost the ball, in the dust that was kicking up over at home plate and gets caught out between both bases, but able to retreat. 2-0 count. It's going to be Drift. Great grab there from Reeves. Able to make the out at second. Hard throw from Reeves. It will get past Liam Yoder, and he's rounding for second. And that is going to turn out to be an error for the Chieftains. Hogue coming out to maybe check on Reeves. Or maybe have a coaching moment. Don't quite know what's... Oh, is he calling for interference? Is Coach Hogue looking to call for interference there on the base runner?
I don't think so.
I looked like he was in the baseline to me when he made the slide, and yes, the safe is called.
It was too close, I think, to be considered interference. It did not look intentional. I mean, who knows? We're not running the base pass, but I'm not sure.
I do not think a takeout slide was in order there by any means, and I think he was right in the base path. That was so close. The runner, really, the only thing he would have been thinking about was getting on base. All right, well, we have one out. Bethel gets their runner advanced. Wasn't pretty, but there's no cameras or pictures on the box score. So fouled off behind us as number 1, Braylon Schroeder steps in. Definitely a bigger kid, just like his brother.
I really like what I'm seeing out of these Schroeder brothers tonight. I've not seen anything of Bethel this year, but they just seem to be really aggressive hitters, aggressive ball players in general.
Very good pitch there from Reeves. Not able to get it, though. Definitely has a tighter strike zone.
It would appear that way.
He definitely, I think the ump favors the inside pitch a little bit more.
Yes.
Which you're going to have that with humans. That's driven to Chris Fogan in left field, able to make the play on it. Chiefs get 2 down here.
It's a case there of a hard hit ball just to the wrong part of the ball field. But here's the powerful number 24. We saw what he did last time at the plate. Elijah Schroeder. Back-to-back Schroeder brothers.
RBI here from Schroeder last inning. Or not last inning, a couple innings ago. Maybe last inning. I don't remember this.
It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. Great pitch there. Like I said, the ump definitely is favoring an inside strike zone.
Yeah, good call there.
Good off speed there from Rams to start the count. Kicks and deals. Reeves got a lot of pitches to deal with here. 0-2 count. Perfect scenario for the Chieftains.
Obviously do not need to give anything to hit here on an 0-2 count. And he did, and he's gonna
kick that out. Chris Fogan able to make the nice snag on it, but it will not be enough as he's retreating home. There's the throw offline, though. Bethel will score another for back-to-back innings. Excuse me.
That's very aggressive base running from the Bees.
And great call there from the third base coach over at Bethel. He had confidence in his runner to get the job done, and with 2 outs, I like the call. I like the call to send him there.
Yeah, and just another great piece of hitting by Elijah Schroeder.
Yeah, he's showing up for Bethel right now.
Kid is good.
Yeah, great performance there. Elijah able to get his second ribby of the night.
Got 2 of the 4 runs scored for the Bees.
Big hack there. Now, I don't think Reeves is performing poorly, but I expect maybe to see Coach Hogue go to the bullpen here to end the game out.
Yes.
No one warming up right now, though. We'll see when the Chiefs are due up to bat. Big strike there. blew it right past him there. 0-2 count. Reams in the perfect scenario again. Another 0-2-2. I'd like to see him kick it outside here. Larison calls it high and away. Luis Casana's not able to make the play again as Zane Tevis isn't able to field it cleanly in right field. And then that is a wild throw to third base. Oh, Chiefs are scaring me out there right now. Luis almost able to make another amazing grab, but not able to do it. And then Tevis fields it poorly in right field. And the Chiefs now have runners at the corners. Hogue coming out to meet with his boys, and I like the call here. Reams kind of having some very big frustrations on the mound right now. Hogue definitely going to just walk him through to calm him down here. Good mound visit. Stepping in, Grant Bean.
Seems that the Bees are just a really good contact team. They put the ball in play, and it puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, neither team's going away tonight. That's for sure.
You gotta love to see. Hey, we might end up seeing a game under the lights here. About 7:02. We need a lot more runs.
Keep talking about it. We have to restart the stream. We got a 3-hour time limit on our stream. So if we go that deep, it's not the first time we've had to do it. So that's going to be more balls put in play as Lane Reeves not able to field it cleanly. And like I said, I'm sorry that I'm beating a dead horse here, but that is the second error by a shortstop to tie the game. Right?
Visible frustration from Coach Hogue there. He is just disgusted with his defense.
And this exact same thing had just happened to Bethel half inning ago.
I would not be surprised if Hogue, Reeves being a great hitter, I don't think.
No, you will not take him out of the ball game.
He will not take him out of the ball game.
You make errors. That happens. It's a part of the game. And that's going to be a pass ball by Reems.
I think the Chiefs
Bellefontaine is in trouble.
They're going to have to get somebody to the bullpen really fast because Reems, I think he's just gotten distracted.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I think for both pitchers, it's a momentum thing, and I do not think it's really been their fault.
Yeah.
Bellefontaine should be out of the inning right now, just like Bethel should have been out of the inning.
At least 2 runs from either of these teams should not even be on the board.
Reems has to dig deep here, though, and go get it himself. 2-0 count. He's behind.
Because, yeah, you could definitely see a base hit score 2 here.
Bethel is looking to score another. Big swing and a miss. Reems needed that one. 2-1 count. Larison's got to keep everything in front of him also.
I feel like Reems has just been really good under pressure tonight.
Great pitch again. Now, Hammond, what do you do here? It's 2-2 count. Does Reems go off speed, or do you think you just kind of blow it right past him and pray to God that he either get the swing and a miss or the
Give me the fastball.
And he goes fastball just outside though.
The plate.
3-2.
Do not want to load the bases.
If he goes off speed here and it's wild and you load the bases, you have a force out anywhere. Let's see what he kicks and deals with. Does go off speed. Collier able to make the play on it, and he will be able to throw him out. Nice routine. That's why Coach Hogue has Keon Collier over there at third base. Very fundamentally sound defensive player. We are tied here at Blue Jacket Park. We will take some time to catch our breath here in the commentating booth and be right back here. This game is not over, folks. Welcome back to HorvathProductions.com. Bollard still in for the Bees. A little bit of action in the Chieftain bullpen. Lane Reeves is warming up.
Believe
no one over for.
Believe that there's a new
Bethel.
pitcher on the mound, Elijah Schroeder, number 24.
Oh yeah, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, kind of like I said, that the hair. It's the hair from Bethel for me. All looking the same. Sorry. Excuse me for that. Yeah, and if Schroeder, let me check on his stats here on the website. Elijah Schroeder has a 9 ERA.
Oh.
With 14 innings pitched. So let's see if the Chieftains are able to capitalize on this youngin's performances.
Looks to be a hard throwing lefty here. We'll see how the Chiefs, they're mostly right-handed hitters. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. You hate to laugh because that
Zane Tevis is having a day, and that's his first at-bat of the game, and I believe he gets doinked.
Wow. Not how I was expecting that at-bat to start. That cannot feel good. And
we know Zane well. He's not going to mind us kind of giggling up here a little bit, but
I hope he is A-okay.
Yeah, he looks. He's all right. All right. He calls coach off. He's fine.
There's been a lot of historic injuries.
That was kind of goofy.
There's been historic injuries in the major leagues. Giancarlo Stanton got hit by a 95-mile-an-hour fastball right to the face. So we're just glad that Zane's okay. And look on the bright side, Chiefs have the leadoff runner on again. We'll see if they can try to capitalize there.
Collier made the play to get the Chiefs out of the very horrendous defensive inning, if you ask me.
Yes.
But, yeah, honestly, if I'm Collier, I want the ball hit to me all the time. Very defensively sound player for Bellefontaine. And, yeah, we have a new dynamic here. This is the first time I've seen a left-handed pitcher in a while in high school baseball who has a 9 ERA, which is incredible to me. He's relatively hard throwing. Gets ahead in the count. Now, for example, if Schroeder had pitched in like the Olentangy Berlin game where they lost 14-0, obviously those things are going to run up the ERA. And he only has 14 innings pitched on the year, so definitely not a go-to guy for Bethel. But Bethel has some studs on this team that we probably will not see tonight. Luke Gray and Zach Goodman, 1.7 ERAs. As a pass ball advances Zane Tevis.
Yeah, as Schroeder seems to be a hard-throwing lefty, seems like his command is a little bit off. I mean, he did hit Zane Tevis in the noggin, his first pitch, and he's a couple on the hands with Collier here.
Bellefontaine with a runner in scoring position. Collier's showing bunt right now.
So the time when I like to bunt.
It's going to be a strike. If you would have pulled that back, it probably would have been a ball, but Collier just holds it.
I'm not sure if they called that on the strike there or if they called it on the pitch.
Maybe Collier did that strategically so he can swing away.
Yeah. 2-2 count.
2-2 count, kicks and deals. Collier fouls it off.
Nice to protect the plate there.
Yeah, that was a very strategic bunt call, and I like it. Get the runner in.
Even better position.
Yeah, and Zane Tevis is relatively quick, so
yes.
no worries on a pass ball, especially you've seen 2 pass balls already this inning. I do like the bunt call.
Yes.
Because Zane Tevis would be able to score from third. That's a great pitch. Great pitch there from Schroeder. You have to swing on that if you're Collier. And that's honestly what Bethel, if you want, you'll take that every day of the week. Strike out, don't even let the ball in play.
Looks like it could have been a little off the plate there.
Got to defend, though.
Yeah, it comes out of protecting the plate, and Collier was not able to there.
And we do have a weird angle up here for outside pitches. It's kind of hard to make the call, but
yes,
that was probably right on the edge.
I mean, that looks like same exact pitch, but called
that honestly still looked like a strike to me up here, and it was called a ball. So maybe it was a low. Yeah, Yoder is a relatively tall player. Yeah, that's a ball. Yeah, so that's definitely outside. It is, like I said, a very awkward angle up here that we have. 2-0 count with a runner on second. 3-0 now for Yoder. Chris Fogan on deck for the Chiefs. Near in the hole. Good position for Bellefontaine to put some runs on the board. Schroeder, when he gets a hold of an over, like really over the top of his fastball and has good command over it, is probably going to start shooting these runners down.
Yes.
That's if he can get it over the strike zone. That will walk Yoder. Definitely what Coach Hogue wants here. He's talking to Chris Fogan.
And I don't hate that if I'm the Bethel Bees here. It lines up the double play.
So here's the thing. I do not see third base cheating up. The bunt, like I said, the bunt is definitely in order here. If Chris Fogan can get this halfway down the third base line right now, he will be on. I'm about 1,000% sure that he will be. I definitely will see. I think they're going to show bunt here.
They do not.
Yep, they do.
Oh, they do
show
yes.
bunt, but that will be a wild pitch, and both runners will advance. Now, Chris Fogan most likely has the green light to swing away here.
And that really that takes the double play out of order for the Bethel Bees, which is not what they want.
I know whatever, it's a pass ball, whatever now. I don't know how the coaches are not recognizing that from Bethel's side. Why is third base playing so deep? I mean,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just not. I think it's a poor coaching decision, if you ask me. Especially since they've tried it. As Chris Fogan pops that one up, first base looking to make a play on it, not able to though.
And honestly, maybe I think it's a 1-1 count here, so maybe look for a bunt from Fogan here. I'm not sure if the third baseman stays back. I think Tevis could get in if it's a soft bunt, but we'll see. Be tough for the pitcher to get there in time to gun out very fast, Zane Tevis.
Honestly, I think you swing away here if you're Fogan. You got the left-handy on the mound, and he's not. I mean, he may just walk you to first base, but
yeah. But you don't.
I love the call to bunt when Fogan was when we had runners 1-2, but now they have both runners in scoring position. I think he's going to swing away here.
You don't want to put another runner on base though, because look who's coming up. Number 1, Riley Neer, who's the Speedy Gonzalez of this team. Is just a guy you don't want to have up, especially with the bases loaded.
And then later on in the order, you got Lane Reeves in third. So if the Chiefs can find a way to get them around, count goes full again. Schroeder just has to get on top of that fastball and get it over.
He's going to the windup.
Fogan just able to get that piece of that one.
Way to
continue
protect the
on,
plate.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird thing we just saw there. It looks like Schroeder went to the windup, which normally guys coming out of the bullpen go from the stretch. So I think his timing might just be a little off, so he's just trying to reset himself. Comes the pitch.
That will be a walk for Schroeder.
And Schroeder looks to be in disbelief that was a ball, but it looked to be a little bit inside.
Fogan sold it well with the little spin to make it seem like it was in.
For sure.
Probably more than it was for sure. Good pitch there, but full count sometimes doesn't go your way.
Yep.
Double play, all ball in order, out at home in order.
It's going to be very tough to double up Riley Neer.
If you're Bethel, I like to play at home.
Yeah.
I like you just said, it's going to be very hard to. But we got to get the ball over the plate first, though.
Yeah, you got to start there first.
Coaches are finally calling the corners in. Good call.
Yeah, Schroeder just can't find the zone here.
I think if it's hit up the middle, attempt to turn two, it's gonna be very hard to. Best case scenario, pop fly or hit to the third and one of the corners here.
I think if it's hit to the middle infielder, I do not think they'll be able to get a ball home to get Zane Tevis.
Now they are in danger though. You definitely don't want to walk the runner in. You're just gonna give it to Bellefontaine, but it appears it may be that 3-0 count. And you're probably not gonna pull the trigger.
Wow,
that's
this
gonna walk.
Guy is all over the place, and yeah, not the best decision here. Bringing in Schroeder. He's maybe doubled the amount of strikes or doubled the amount of ball strikes that he has.
So and here's the thing about these games. I'm not saying the Chiefs aren't going to try to win. And I'm not saying Bethel isn't going to try to win. But both teams, I mean, the Chiefs are warming up their ace right now. Did warm up their ace. Next to Caden Reams, I'd say like the double ace is definitely Lane and Caden Reams. Lane Reeves and Caden Reams are probably the two best pitchers on the team. Add Collier for a close second or third or whatever. They have their seeding for the tournament. Bethel has secured their conference victory. This game theoretically does not matter to them whatsoever.
Yeah.
Of course, they don't want to lose. Bellefontaine doesn't want to lose either, but even to Bellefontaine, they haven't won the conference. They have not won it. There's no chance they do win.
Yeah.
And the tournament seeding has already taken place. And I've never understood that about high school sports, is that these last week of games do not matter whatsoever. I mean, unless you're going for some crazy win record or something like that, I really feel like these games do not matter whatsoever. Bellefontaine has 4 non-conference games this final week. Same thing with Bethel, I imagine. So, all in all, this is a scrimmage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to show up on the official record, but these games do not matter.
Looks like they're bringing the infield slightly in. They did not want to let any more runs come here. After the mound visit, Schroeder.
That is 5 balls in a row for the B. One down, bases juiced. Caden Reams in, who I believe reached and kind of was one of the guys that got around last inning. So,
yes. And the Bethel Bees are in the danger zone.
Once again, that is 6 balls in a row. Seven. We are about to possibly go 2 batters here without a single strike.
We don't. Be able to throw in a strike there. But he's still going to battle back here. I don't think the Chiefs are looking to swing at anything right now.
Another good pitch there. All right, if count goes full, Caden Reams has to defend now. I don't not like the call of not swinging, but 3-2, we go full. Kicks and fires, Reams fouls it off.
We'll do it again.
So that's three strikes in a row for.
Yes.
Maybe he's found something out there. It's a similar hair. That must be what it is. He found someone that has similar hair than him out there. 3-2, kicks, fires, and that is going to be wide, and he will walk his second consecutive runner in. The Chieftains will take this.
The Bethel head coach has got to be steaming in the dugout. Probably wishing he brought in a different hitter, or pitcher, sorry. But this is not what you want to see out of Bethel. These are just runs that, I mean, they don't need to score. I mean, we've seen it tonight. Out in the field, bad defensive plays, and now you got a pitcher on the mound that cannot find the strike zone whatsoever.
And honestly, I'm going to retract my statement about how these games don't matter. Bethel has something to prove. They play in a very cupcake conference, if you ask me. And they have not won a lot of games out of conference.
Yeah.
So I'm going to retract my statement. Bethel probably wants to win this game more than I'm realizing. Same thing with Bellefontaine. Bellefontaine has things to prove, especially this baseball program, the way it's been the last couple of years.
Yes.
Bellefontaine has a lot to prove, especially with the loss of Tavian St. Clair and Alex Caudill this year. As that's driven to left field, that should be a routine pop fly. It is. Yep. Chris Fogan tags up, and there will be no throwing him out. So Chieftains get another run with Lane Reeves once again continuing to produce for this ball club. Another RBI sac fly for Lane Reeves. But yeah, honestly,
it's a way to get the ball to the outfield.
Yeah, Bethel has just been so ahead of their team. I mean, their conference this season, but relatively not able to compete anywhere outside of it. Now they have stacked their schedule. Not by any means has their schedule easy, but 9 of their 11 losses are out of conference.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a very small school scheduling teams like Olentangy, Berlin. So the coach knew what he was doing when he scheduled these teams. Chaminade Julian, the number 1 ranked team in D2, excuse me, they played. So they are definitely playing some very hard teams. Tip City, they've played. Milton Union, they've played.
You could say the same thing about Bellefontaine.
Yeah, exactly. True. You're right.
Being a smaller school.
Playing in a much harder conference, clearly.
Much
Three
harder
Rivers.
conference.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, Bellefontaine, they started off the season, they had Fairfield, but I believe that game got canceled.
It did.
But then they played Dublin Jerome, which Dublin Jerome's just a powerhouse of a high school, good at everything.
Player going to Tennessee.
Yes, they do. They've got Olentangy Berlin coming up. They had Defiance 2 weekends ago, I believe. And so, yeah.
And then, of course, the powerhouse Jonathan Alder, who's only lost 1 game this year. So.
And they did play Jonathan Alder close.
Yeah, they were up 10-4.
If I recall. Yeah, up 10-4.
And blew the lead. Yeah.
Lost 11-10, something like that.
So this Bellefontaine team is very scrappy, and they have been all season. So I will not say that this team can lose any game. I mean, they can 100% make a run in the postseason. You could see the Chiefs get 2, 3, 4 games. 4 would be historic. That'd put them in the state semifinal. So, nonetheless, we continue on. Larison in with an RBI. Last at bat. That's going to be popped up and should get Bethel out of the inning.
Yeah, the catcher can't find it. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Sun.
Yeah, he looked like he was in the shade there.
I mean, no one came no one really came over to help him there. So
There's no man's land there.
yeah,
But back to postseason baseball. I would love to see the Chiefs win a couple games. I know we've got Oakwood, and Oakwood, I believe, are in the Southwestern Buckeye League. It's a pretty good conference. But I believe after that, they've got a chance to play cross-county rival Benjamin Logan.
If Benjamin Logan finds a way to beat the top seed in the one of the top seeds in the
Yes.
in the district, that would be a crazy game. I tell you
That'd
what.
be insane, and I believe that'd be a home game for
Yes,
the
it
Chieftains.
would. So we would probably be doubling up here at Horvath Productions. Nonetheless, though, if Bellefontaine beats Oakwood, they play a school from Dayton that's a very high seed, and that Chiefs would have to work for that one. Now, Larson gets walked.
This is really getting out of hand for Bethel.
Schroeder does not like that call whatsoever, and honestly,
I think Schroeder's about ready to walk off the field here. Not wondering what's going through his head right now. He has not seemed to find the zone at all tonight. While he's been in, he's probably thrown 25, 30 pitches, and maybe 5 of them have been strikes.
and here comes the coach from Bethel.
Did not see him motion to the bullpen.
And yep, he will take
Yes,
the
he
baseball.
will.
So they are trying to win this game.
Wow. Really quick
See who's
outing
dealing this to.
from Schroeder there.
And honestly, yeah, like I said, they know they have a chance to win this game still. I mean, it's 8-5. They have put multiple runs on the board. So this game is not over yet. As number 3, Christian Barker will be stepping in for them. Let's check some stats here. I'll get those pulled up. But, Hammond, what do you think really went wrong with Schroeder there? Just not able to find the zone tonight.
I'd have to say everything. He was not able to find the zone. I think he maybe less than a quarter of his pitches were strikes. As you see the Bethel coach frustrated about something, maybe Blues strike zone, but I don't necessarily be mad at the strike zone there because, I mean, Schroeder was not anywhere close to the strike zone.
Christian Barker will be stepping onto the mound with a 4.3 ERA. Definitely a lot better than what Schroeder had, but only 17 innings pitched from this kid also, so definitely looks like the 6th, 7th choice, maybe 5th choice for Bethel.
Yes.
They are not throwing their aces tonight. Bellefontaine, maybe with this comfort, keeps Reeves in and has him finish the game out, leave Reeves for maybe a definitely winnable game in Lima Shawnee.
Yes.
Or maybe they go for it all against Berlin. I don't know. Berlin would be a very hard game to win, though.
I would be surprised if they went at it against Berlin. Just a powerhouse school in Columbus. There's a lot of them. All 4 Olentanges are all just good at everything.
Unless they're playing football.
Good point there. You caught me off guard a little bit.
Actually, was there any Olentangy team that was good this year?
Maybe Olentangy.
Berlin was god awful. Orange was god awful.
Maybe Liberty.
I think it was Liberty was good. They made it to the regional final.
Yes. Liberty.
I don't think Orange won a game. And I think Berlin went like Liberty. Liberty was good. You're right. Liberty lost to Gahanna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gahanna was a really
So
solid
yes,
school as well.
you're right. One of the Olentangy schools is good. One event like at something every year. So I agree with you on that statement. 2 outs here. Brody Boy in.
I feel like there's not many teams in Columbus that lose games. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you look at Jonathan Alder.
I mean, I can start naming some. Westland, school by the casino, very bad in history, has been poor in the last couple of years.
Yeah, you look at a team like Jonathan Alder, who's in the same conference.
I mean, if you really think about the amount of schools that are in Columbus, we only here in Bellefontaine only think about the teams that are really good because you don't ever hear about the ones that perform poorly. You know what I mean?
Really good point.
Yeah,
that's a really good point.
No one's talking about Columbus South or Beechcroft. I mean, you kind of hear about Beechcroft, but Beechcroft still isn't even really that good at anything. You don't really hear about those schools that often. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And we only really know anything about Columbus South because, 1, my dad went there growing up, and 2, we played them a couple years ago in playoffs. So,
we did, yes.
So that's really why we only even know anything about Columbus South. 3-1 count.
Wow.
That'll be another walk, and that's going to walk the runner in.
And I believe we are going back to where this inning started. Zane Tevis coming back up to the plate.
Zane Tevis has batted around.
The 10th man of the inning for the Chiefs.
Hopefully he doesn't get doinked this time. Maybe he has a chance to get out in front of a ball here.
Yeah.
Batting 130 on the year. Definitely not where he wants to be, but good chance to kind of get ready for next season. I don't expect him to see him a lot in postseason baseball, but nonetheless,
Never know.
It's always a chance to get better. And yes, you're right. You never know.
Oh.
These Bethel pitchers just have not been able to get on top of the ball tonight after Baller has left the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is not what you wanted to see. This went from a really good game to a really bad game for the Bethel Bees.
I'm not gonna lie though. If they get out of this inning right now, I still think there's a chance they get back into this. Like I really do. I mean, they have produced on offense. Gives them a low strike there. Just barely gets past the zone.
Yeah, a couple.
Bellefontaine fan's not a fan of it, but I believe that the umpires that was a little bit of a pity strike there.
Yeah, I mean, I think Blue's to the point where if it's close, he's going to call it a strike for these pitchers.
Especially Bellefontaine's got a pretty good cushion on him.
Yes.
That will be a high ball. Ump can't argue anything about that.
No, he cannot. And
Bethel will walk in their 4th consecutive batter. And Reams has batted around. Reams got walked, and he has been walked around the base. He's been held. They've walked him with a leash all the way around. Reams didn't have to do anything there to score. So Collier in for the Chieftains.
I do not mean to be that guy, but
Collier out in front of it. Shortstop able to make the play that time
how
to end the inning.
I'm not just wondering. Maybe we're not seeing the best of Bethel here tonight, but
no, I do not think we are. I do not.
I mean, I'd like to see Bellefontaine in the Three Rivers Conference. Maybe they win the conference.
But we will take a quick break here on HorvathProductions.com. We will talk about that statement that Hammond just said here in a moment. And I'll kind of give my opinion on that here on HorvathProductions.com for the top of the 6th. Welcome back to Horvath Productions. Chiefs have 25 runs according to the scoreboard right now, but that's not true. They have 9. But anyway, Hammond, I noticed what you said there about the Chiefs running the Three Rivers Conference. I hope they would, because every school is about less than half their size. I mean, it's like a third of their size. So Bethel is a very small school. And honestly, if we're going based off OHSAA rankings and size, the Chiefs should be doing this to Bethel right now.
Yes.
Big strike there from Lane Reeves as he steps on the mound for the Chieftains. But nonetheless, and I believe Bethel has kind of thrown their worst 2 pitchers tonight, and great play from Reeves. Worst 3 pitchers tonight. Bellefontaine has thrown their top 2. So theoretically speaking, this should be a routine win for the Chiefs, and they have delivered, of course. Bethel down to their last 5 outs, and never say never.
Yeah. We've seen crazier things.
Yeah, it's really been one of those games where it just has unfolded on every single defense. Reeves is really throwing very hard right now, though. Great command, great pitches there.
Yeah.
0-1.
It seems they have not been able to fix the scoreboard issue yet. 20-5.
Now we don't know the score here even at Horvath Productions because the scoreboard's messed up. I got my cameraman saying it's 10. I believe it is 9. If I were to make the call right now, I think it is 9-5. Hammond, what do you think?
I think it's 10-5. I'm going to go with 10-5. I think it's
Okay, and scoreboard here saying 28. So no one knows.
yeah.
No one knows what's going on.
If it was 20-8,
The game has turned into that. The seeding's happened. The conference has been decided. Caden Reams going to make the play on it. Great little sidearm throw to punch him out.
Pride of Bluffton University. Great play there from Caden Reams as he has committed to play.
We'll be joining Ethan Moore next year.
Yes, Bellefontaine alum. Been getting some playing time this year for the Beavers.
Oh, the scoreboard's off.
Oh.
Game's over, folks. Pack it up. And I believe it is 9-5.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 10-5.
I got two people in the press box disagreeing with me right now. But nonetheless, Bethel down their last 4 outs with their top of the lineup on deck. I mean, in the box. Reeves kicks and fires. It's going to be a strike.
Disgusting. That was such a great pitch. I mean, Reeves is in control of these hitters right now.
It'll be a ball that's high. We will resolve the scoreboard issue momentarily. No one really knows what's going on here, and I don't even remember the score. So, scoreboards are broken here on the live stream and in Blue Jacket Park. So, they're going to have to reinsert every single score as they've restarted the scoreboard. I think the count's 2-2. Yep, 2-2.
Good call.
Bethel needs a runner on here if they're going to do anything. They have to get out of this inning with at least a couple runs. It's going to be dropped between Caden Reams and near. Reams able to just make the grab on it. Almost drops it out of his glove. But Chiefs get out of the inning. And we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll bring you the bottom of the 6th inning here on HorvathProductions.com/live. Welcome back to Horvath Productions, and I would like to brag that I am correct about the 9-5 score. Never mind, they're calling 9-6 on the scoreboard. I don't know what's going on. I don't think they have 6 runs, so I think it's 9-5.
I think we can all affirmatively agree that Bethel Bees do not have 6 runs.
Yep, and they'll figure it out here eventually. 9-5, 9-5. 9-5 and no strikes currently right now. I know it says that on your scoreboard. Now there is a strike, so we can just keep that like that. Liam Yoder steps in for the Chiefs, the 8-hitter. Chiefs have a serious chance to pile on some more runs and maybe even run roll these guys if everything goes right for them with the top of the lineup coming. Good pitch there.
Oh, I think I share the same surprise look there. Might be a little inside. Yoder seemed to be a little shocked by that call.
Able to make a play on it. No one at first yet. First baseman not able to field it cleanly. And I tell you what, if I'm this Bethel coach right now, I definitely want to get back to the drawing board at practice tomorrow.
I think the Bethel Bees are going to be running some polls.
Possibly. It's in the cards for them, for sure.
I'm not sure. This has not been the Bethel Bees' best showing. And I go back to my statement earlier. I'm not sure We obviously have not seen the best of the Bethel Bees.
And it's all started by an error over at shortstop. And that's really how this whole game has unfolded. They haven't really been able to play small ball tonight.
Because you can argue that if that play is made at short, the score is 5-5 right now. I mean, 4 of those runs that would not have been scored if the play was
I agree.
made.
I mean, and who knows how the game could have went from there. They could be in the lead. I mean, it's such a what-if situation, you know?
Yes. I was surprised to see on that last play that the first baseman went all the way out to get that. I figured the second baseman tried to charge there. But
1-1 count. 2-1 now. Is this a different pitcher? Christian Barker. Yeah, he came in last inning to get the final out, correct?
yes, this is the same pitcher.
2-1. 3-1 now. Chiefs, definitely a big opportunity here to put more runs on the board and get out of this game before it's even over. About 6 runs away from a run spread.
Oh,
Chris
that
Fogan
about
almost
kills Josh Wallace. Coach Wallace, shall I say.
Coach Wallace blew his sunglasses right off his head.
Saw his life flash before his eyes.
Let's straighten that one out, Fogan. I'll blow you anywhere. You can go anywhere you want with that ball if you hit it like that. 3-2 count. We go full here. Fogan way out in front of that one. Lucky to just get a piece of it. But yeah, kind of since we have some time here and some downtime, word on the street from who I've talked to, Oakwood has one very, very good pitcher. But otherwise, nothing else really too concerning for the Chieftains. Now, here's the strategy game. Will Oakwood throw this pitcher against Bellefontaine? I feel like you have to.
You have to, and I think the Chiefs will be going with their guy, whether it's Reeves, maybe Collier. I would be surprised if
It's
Collier
going to be one
got
of the
start.
three.
But yeah,
I think definitely what both teams, if I were to guess, what both teams are going to do is they'll start their aces. Bellefontaine, of course, doesn't really have an ace, but Hogue makes whatever decision he wants to make with that.
Yes.
And then depending on the 4th, 5th inning, whatever the situation is for the team, for the game, put another pitcher in depending on who you need to put in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Hogue, of course, will go like Reeves or Reams. Maybe call your Reeves, if the game is close and they need to get the win.
Yeah, what I'm looking at right now, it looks like both teams that the Bellefontaine and Ben Logan play are from the Southwestern Buckeye League. Oh my, another defensive mishap.
Bases are now juice for the Chieftains. If I'm Bethel, I just want to go home tonight.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if they'd want to go home tonight because I think they're going to get scolded on the bus by their head coach. Just never fun.
So Oakwood and Ben Logan. So both Bellefontaine teams will be playing a conference team from the Southwestern Buckeye League.
Ben Logan
who has Ben Logan playing?
They're playing Eaton, who is 10-10 on the year, and they're actually leading their division.
So definitely some winnable games coming up for the Chieftains then in the postseason.
Yes. Believe Oakwood sits at 10-12 on the year. And they are 3rd in their division.
And I tell you what, here at Horvath Productions, we will be hoping for both Bellefontaine teams to win next week because that would be a crazy matchup, I believe, on a Friday night.
Believe we would pack the stands for that.
Yeah, it would be crazy. That would be ridiculous.
It might be the first time of the year we have a jock block at a baseball game.
Yeah.
Would love to see that. School spirit on top.
Two 1 count. Reams in. That's going to be another high ball and away. 3-1 here tonight.
I'm guessing the Bethel coach is growing restless at this point. I think he can't be very amused with how his team has looked tonight.
Count will go full.
The bases are loaded here with nobody out. Some words of encouragement from Lane Reeves.
It's going to be smacked to first base. Great grab there. Is that going to be a triple play? It will not be. Good grab there from number 1 over at Bethel. Great play, honestly.
I would have loved to see a triple play.
Yeah, honestly, that would have been sick.
Add some action. But
we do usually cheer for the hometown team here on Horvath Productions. That would have been cool to see, for sure.
Definitely. With Lane Reeves coming to the plate, I can expect that the Chiefs are going to score at least one run here. I think Reeves
have had a great game tonight and
reached base on all of his at-bats.
great performance there on the mound, too. They'll definitely be able to use the Reeves here soon, especially. It's going to be hit to right field. Should be able to get a play made on it. Nope. First base almost grabs that. Great performance there. Good hustle from him. Not able to make the play, though. Oh, 2 count. 1-2 now.
About clipped a foot there.
Yeah.
Lane Reeves had to get out of the way pretty fast there.
Bethel might get out of this inning. It's going to be a high chopper to second base. Lane Reeves, will he be able to beat it out? Yes, he will. Yeah, not able to make the play there over at second base. Chiefs will score another one, and we'll finally get to their 10 runs that we have been so-called talking about. Very awkward throw there that the second baseman had to make. That was a high chopper. Really was bouncing off, pretty weird off the bat. Larison steps in for the Chiefs. Two-one again. Bellefontaine, the second half of this game has really been able to just do whatever they want at the base, at the plate, I mean. 3-1, runners at the corners, no one's stealing. Coach Hogue, there's probably an unwritten rule right now where if you're up this much, you don't steal, and I imagine that's what it is.
Yep, most likely.
Yeah, Reeves is going, though. Swing and a miss, but Reeves may be out. No. Throw not low enough. Count goes full.
You hear some, maybe that was the Bethel bench, or maybe some Bethel parents not liking the steal there. But, hey, why not compete while you're out here?
I mean, it is 10-5. I mean, I'm not saying that the Bethel can score 5 runs in an inning. The Chiefs did it, so.
Oh.
That will end the inning, though. Larison stuck on the curveball, not able to get it to go. Nonetheless, we go 10-5 to the top of the 7th inning. Chiefs are 3 outs away from winning this out-of-conference game tonight here on HorvathProductions.com. Welcome back here to Blue Jacket Park. Relatively late game here tonight on Horvath Productions. 7:50 current Eastern time here in Logan County. Yeah, it's been pretty late here tonight. Of course, we had a late start, but the game itself has probably ran just over 2 hours now.
Yes, we've had a couple games as of late. The Graham game last Friday that we covered.
Very quick.
Very quick.
Very quick.
Probably under an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was, I believe. Here we go. Lane Reeves just needs a routine 3 outs here to advance Bellefontaine's record. Chiefs will go 13-9 on the year with a win tonight.
I'd put a lot of money on the Chiefs to end up winning this. I don't think I'd win much, but you'd be a pretty safe bet there.
Two strikes now. Reeves in control pretty much right now of his command and speed. It's going to be a nice little slap punch hit to Riley Neer out in center field. That's not who you want to hit it to if you want to hit like that.
It's a really
Neer
good play.
Able to track it in.
Really good play by Riley Neer. He's definitely the fastest guy on the diamond, probably for both teams. But yeah, quick stress-free first out for the Chiefs.
Reeves kicks and fires. Blows it right past him again. So Hammond, this will be our last regular season game of the year. What did you like from the Chiefs this regular season? And definitely a lot of ups and downs for this ball club. But honestly, they're at a high right now going into the postseason.
Yeah, I want to start off by saying the Chiefs really silenced the haters with this season. I hate to be that guy, but I really did not have high hopes for the Chiefs going into this season. Losing two of arguably the best players in the Central Buckeye Conference, and Tavian St. Clair and Alex Caudill. I did not think they were going to have a very successful season. I thought they'd be hovering right around, as Lane Reeves picked up the strikeout. I thought they'd be hovering around 500, but they've really silenced a lot of people. I think they've done a lot of good things right as of late. As you said, they've won 6 of their last 7. So I think it's really good to just be building a lot of momentum going into the offseason.
Well, it's funny that you just said that they won 6 of the last 7 because the Chiefs only won 1 of their first 7.
Yeah.
The Chiefs have 9 losses on the year, and they have all came, and 6 of them have came from their first 7 games of the season. This team has relatively turned around. And I'm sure they are wishing that they had their conference play back because they may have been able to challenge another team as Schroeder drives one into right field.
And I think it starts with the veteran guys. Lane Reeves, Caden Reeves, Keon Collier, JT Mundy. They're just guys who anchor down the team, and they're guys that they're going to go out, they're going to give their best effort day in and day out. And I think that's what you need with a team that struggles. I think it's good to be able to rebound like that. But yeah, I really liked what I've seen out of the Chiefs this year. They've done a lot of good things right. They did have their blunders at the beginning of the season, as you just mentioned. But yeah, I really like building momentum going into the postseason. And I really like the Chiefs' chances against Oakwood. I have not seen Oakwood play this year, but I know they are below 500. Not sure how the Three Rivers Conference compares to the Southwestern Buckeye League, but we'll see. It's a high ground
Reeves
ball.
fields that and should end our night tonight, and yes, it will. Bellefontaine takes down the Bethel Bees, winners of the Three Rivers Conference with style, 11-5 here on HorvathProductions.com. Hammond, since it's been such a long stream tonight, I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this up now. Finish your thought, and then we will leave here tonight. What was your kind of both viewpoints from the team, and then, like I said, going into the final parts of the season for the Bellefontaine, what do you think they got to do?
Yeah, I think the Chiefs, they played really good ball tonight. They did have some defensive mishaps early, but I really liked what I saw in the second half of this game, getting the bats around the ball and really just being patient up there. Bethel, obviously, I don't think we saw the best of the Bethel Bees tonight. They pitched 3 of their weak pitchers that I just don't think that are guys that are going to be out there for them in the postseason.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, a great win here for the Chiefs. A great night. But yeah, just I've said it multiple times tonight. They're just building momentum for the postseason, looking to win 2-3 games. It'd be
Absolutely.
very, very good for the Chiefs.
So just a little bit of a roadmap here at Horvath Productions. We will be releasing the highlight video of Senior Day. That'll be the first episode actually of Bringing the Bee this season. We started it really late. Bellefontaine Baseball had requested that we cover the games later on in the year, which is perfectly fine. Bringing the Bee episode 1 will come at you tomorrow night for Senior Day. Then later on, Friday night, we will be live streaming free on our Horvath Productions YouTube channel, the CBC Track Championships. And then from there, Tuesday, we go postseason baseball here at Blue Jacket Park. Bellefontaine takes on Oakwood, and that should be a thriller. So overall, a lot of work here to do here at Horvath Productions for the end of the season here on high school sports. And then after all that, of course, we go play football here in the fall of 2023. Thank you for joining me tonight, Austin. Thank you for tuning into the live stream here on HorvathProductions.com. We will be back here very soon.